Hi, what's up guys, it's Dermiers here, I hope you're all doing well. This is just sort of, well, it's my first video on my YouTube channel in a while, and I'm just really going to be giving you an update on what my Road to Glory series was, and how I'm going to be progressing my channel in the future. So if you look, we're still on the same account, Peaky Blinders. I've got about 45,000 coins, and my record's 200 wins, 100 loss. It's not the best, it's 2 to 1 really. Bit under 2 to 1. Actually, firstly, I'm just going to show you my squad. So I've got a main squad, which is this one here. So the big difference is I unlocked the Rui Costa SBC, and I've played 150 odd games with him, pretty much a goal and an assist every other game sort of thing. And this is my team. I've got Fairman in goal, with Boateng in defence, and Alaba, that link there, and I've got Bailly and Valencia. And I didn't want to change up my formation when I play the game, so I want to play the 4-1-2-1-2. So this is how I've managed to do it. I have to put Yaya Toure in there to get the perfect link to Bailly, and then with Yaya Toure I have the hyperlink between Fernandinho and Jesus, which I quite enjoy. And then on the other side I put in Goretzka, because I think for the price he is, 3.5k, he's just such a beast. Like, he's such a well-rounded card that I think if he was in any other league he would be exceptionally priced, sorry, but he works well. And then I've got Royce up front, who I think is just phenomenal. Like, if you look at that card, 88 pace, 87 shot, 84 passing and 85 dribbling, he's just phenomenal. Like, his shooting is actually better than Rui Costa, who's an icon. So if I was going to take a shot outside the box, I'm going with Royce. But anyway, yeah, that's my main team, and I use that. I've got, if you look at my squad selectors, I've got, that's the team, I'm mixing up my words, but that's the team. This is my FUT team, so if I'm trying to get into squad champs, what am I saying, FUT champs, this is what I'll do. And I've got a defensive midfield and an attacking player, and obviously I bronze bench, because I think everyone bronze benches. This is like BBB, my squad names aren't really, they're just sort of random, but this is sort of my second team, I guess you'd say. And I'm not against having second team. I just say, if you're going to have a second team, make sure the overall price of the second team is lower than the price of an upgrade on your main team. So this second team with Martial, who's 18k, I took a big loss on Bakayoko because I bought him right at the beginning of FIFA for 26k, and the same on Bellerin. So they're more expensive. Now this team's probably 30k, and the next biggest upgrade in this team would be like looking at 100k for a Vidal or something. So that's why I agree with the backup team. Anyway, I don't really know why I'm showing you all my squads. What I want to say is this is an update on my Road to Glory, and I've got to be honest, it hasn't really been a Road to Glory because I have spent money on the game. I think FIFA 18, out of all the FIFAs I've played, is the one that is most pay to win, because FUT Champs is so competitive. I've probably put £100 to £150 on the game, and unfortunately I've got nothing back. My best player was an inform Otamendi pool that went for 40k, so that's been a bit disappointing. But I am planning, I think it's tomorrow when Team of the Year comes out. I don't know if they all come out tomorrow, but I'm going to do a 12,000 FIFA point pack opening. Maybe I won't do it tomorrow, maybe I'll do it in the week. And I'm also planning on doing a face reveal, maybe before the pack opening or during the pack opening, because I think a pack opening without like a face, like without any reactions, is a bit boring. So in preparation for the pack opening, I've been saving a couple of packs when my store catalogue loads. I also got given a bunch of packs from FIFA. I think it's because from EA, so I think it's because I'd opened them and there was no chance of an icon. So they've given me back them, but I've got 14 packs in the store so far, and I saved these mega packs are from squad battles, and I think the rest of them, that 2-player pack was from a weekly objective or something, but I think the rest of them were for all given them, but I'll keep them just in case I have the chance of pulling something. The chances are very slim, but there is a chance. So what I'll do is whilst I'm showing you my transfer list, I'll say what my plans are on YouTube and the following. So just been selling a couple of Scott Fitnesses. I believe they have all sold, and inadvertently I am showing you my transfer list where I've got all these 83 and 84 rated players, who at the moment, like I've been buying them, the 84 rated for about 4,000 coins and the 83 rated for about 2k. Obviously, some of them, like Carvalho, I've been able to get cheaper, 1,700. I think I've got a lot of Lloris. Casillas is very cheap, but at the moment there isn't really a prime icon SBC that's brand new. So when that will come out, maybe in a couple of weeks or so, all these prices will go up to 3.5k. The 84s will go to like 5.5k, and I will hopefully double my money or thereabouts. So I don't know how much money there is in there. If there's what, 4 pages, let's say they're all averaging about 3k, so that's 90k there. So hopefully I'll get about 150, 200k back. So that would just help really if I need to upgrade my main team. Right, I've been beating about the bush really, but just to really reiterate why I sort of stopped my Road to Glory series, is I'm just not very good at FIFA at the moment. I enjoy it, I love it, I love building the team. I'm just not competitive enough to be able to compete on a level that it will be interesting for someone to watch my content, because I'm not able to give all the like top 100 gameplay, for example, which will allow someone else to see, oh, that's what I do in that situation. So what I've decided to sort of flip the series on its head really, and I know at the beginning I'll explain it first. I'm sort of thinking of ideas in my head and flipping them. I'd like to do series on YouTube for an average person, improving how I'm getting better, how I can get top 100 or even elite rewards, you know. And over the course of the FIFA, it'll be watching me get better, seeing what I do, seeing if I play skill games, if I'm playing offline, what I'm doing to improve my level at FIFA, to get better. So I don't really know what I'm going to call it yet. I might call it like Road to the Foot Champion or Road to Pro or something, or just like Road to, like, I can't really call it a Road to Glory. I'm not really sure what it will be called, but it will just be a well, I'll show you my online record, which isn't the best really. Like if you look at the seasons, I'm in Division 6. Yeah, I've played 37 games, drawn 10, lost 36. So it's pretty much a 1-to-1 ratio, and that's not exceptional really. I'd say that's average. 2 goals, 2.25 goals per game, 2.11 conceded. You know, so it's sort of just scoring more than conceding. So yeah, I'd say I've played 9 seasons and only won 4 titles. Like I've pinged around the divisions a bit. I haven't been able to get out of Division 6. So at the moment I'm 3-3-0 in Division 6. Wouldn't say I'm the best, which is why I'd like to do this series for people like me or people that want to see how you can get better. Because it's all well and good watching someone like, let's give an example of Fuji or AA9 Skills on the Pentes, but they've already had 1,000 games, like wins in this FIFA, and they've probably had 1,000 games in the previous FIFA and 1,000 games in the FIFA before that. So they've got all this experience, and they'll wake up and they'll play FIFA. They'll go to bed, they'll wake up and they'll play FIFA. Yes, it is their job, I know that, but it's just a way for someone else to be able to compare themselves to a YouTuber. Because at the moment, if I look at Fuji, for example, he got 40-0. 40-0 is a long way off from me. I'm not nowhere near good enough. I got into the weekend league through a disconnect in the tournament. What tournament is it? It's just there, isn't it? I got into it through a disconnect in that daily knockout tournament, and I rang the helpline, and they gave me some free untradeable packs, and then they give you a little tool, and if you you just select which club you want. And yeah, and I got in through that way, and I think I got Silver 2 or something. I got 13 wins, and I had like 8 games remaining to get Silver 1, which was 14 wins, and this would have been the weekend league over Christmas, so it was Christmas Eve, and I was playing. It was like 11 o'clock at night, and I was coming up against massive, like, full icon teams, really like hard, difficult players over and over again, and I just kept like rage quitting. And I was just like, oh, I can't be bothered for this one extra win, you know, Christmas Eve. But yeah, that was that. What I've been doing at the moment, really, I've been playing a bit of squad battles. It is very boring, and I'm not the best at it. But I'm sitting in Elite 2 at the moment. I'm just going to stay at Elite 2. I was thinking about pushing for Elite 1, but it's only, what, 14,000? 600 extra coins, it's not really worth it for the extra effort. I'll just play all the easier games to keep myself in the Elite 2. See, at the moment I'm on 53,000 points, and the bottom bit for Elite 2 is 48,000. So all I've got to do is play a couple of games this evening, and that'll keep me in Elite 2, and I'll get 2 mega packs and some coins. The other thing I've been doing is going through the single player seasons. At first they were very easy, and I'd put them on amateur, I'd score 5 goals, and I'd just sit my controller down and watch some TV or something, some 2.5 Men on that. You can see my record's 30-0. But they are starting to get a bit more difficult. Like if you look at the... it's not going to show it now, but when you do them, you'll have... even though you may select the easiest option, which is what I do, just because it means you can play the game, play the first half, then put your controller down. So you're not having to play loads and loads of games, it just makes it easier. But they do alternate the difficulty, like some games will be world class, some games will be professional, some games will be semi-pro, and then you jump back up to world class, which isn't an issue because I play squad battles on legendary. Yeah, I don't really know what else I can really go through. So yeah, this isn't. I'm not going to do any gameplay in this episode. This is sort of just like a pre-episode, just saying I've decided to take the channel in a new direction because I think personally I would like to watch someone who isn't a pro and who's sort of saying, right, I've been, for example, a weakness in my game, is finishing. Composure, I get close, and I do the driven shots, but I'll always do the driven shots. I won't mix it up to a finesse shot or something like that. So I'll go into the skill games and I'll practice, like the bronze one, which is just you versus the keeper, and I'll do that over and over again until I start getting good at finishing, and I'll use a bad striker. Well, I use Dwight Gale. I'm a Newcastle fan, so I like Dwight Gale, but he's got finishing of 77. So then I'll go into Ultimate Team and I'll use my Royce, who's got finishing of 89 or something, you know. So it just makes it a bit easier if you can finish with these players with lower finishing. 86 finishing, yeah. What's Jesus's? 83, yeah. And Rui Costa's got 75 finishing, but I've got a Hunter card on him. It's debatable if the Hunter card actually boosts the shooting and the pace. I know it says it does, but I don't really notice the difference. I'll stick him on him anyway, but yeah, I used skill games to improve my finishing, and squad battles are quite good to improve your passing and everything, because legendary, they intercept absolutely everything. It's so frustrating to play. But yeah, they're just little things that I'm doing to improve my gameplay. And this trading that I'm doing, well, it's not trading, it's investing really. Just buying a bunch of players whilst they're cheap, like a Lopez for, admittedly I bought him ages ago for 2.4k. Casillas 1.5k. Eventually he'll go up to about 2-3k. Doubled my money there, minus the tax, but say it's 1,000 coins on profit on every player, that's 30,000 coins profit there, and I don't do any work. Just bought them all and leave them sitting there. I've got these here, and I will be doing that pack opening. Waste 80 quid of my hard-earned money, but that's what I'll be doing. So yeah, hopefully if you enjoy this type of series, I will be playing obviously these single player seasons. I'll do that off camera. I might show you the rewards I get, and I'll be doing the squad battle games off camera because they're not particularly interesting. I might show like the odd screamer if I score a banger from someone. But that's the other thing, just to show I'm not boosting my record with the single player games. I've got these 2 separate teams, which are my single player teams, if you so will. So I've got like the Footmus Nabry. It's not the best team ever. I've got some people off Ken, but when you're playing against a computer, it doesn't really make a difference. So obviously Werner's going to have a pretty good record because that's all on single player, and so is Nabry. 23 goals, 22 assists, and then if you look at my other single player team, I've gone all my teams are in the 4-1-2-1-2 formation, just because I think if you get used to a formation, it just makes sense doing the same formation over and over again. And this team utilises a couple of the players I had. I did the SBCs for, like I did the Perlo SBC. I think it cost me like 25, 30k, maybe a little bit more. But for a 91 rated player, you can't go wrong. I'm not a huge fan of him. I think his finishing, like shooting, is poor. And I think I watched a review on him, and they said even though he's got acceleration, he has all the animations of the slow Perlo, which I agree with. Like even though he is fast, he's got all this stuff, he still acts like the Perlo with 30 pace. So I'm not a huge fan of him, but he sticks in this team. It's only against the computer, and I've got this the SBC Valerie, who was, I think he was MLS MVP. He's got stats like who's that Brazilian centre forward? I can't remember the Brazilian centre forward that plays in the Bundesliga, but he's got stats pretty much the same as him. And I got this card for like 25k, but I got him just in case you need I might need him in the future for something like a special MLS card to unlock something. Who knows? And I've got one of the investments in a cardi up front. But yeah, all these players have got bloated stats because I just bought these teams. A lot of these players a lot of these players were cheap, just to sort of play offline games. So I'll be doing them off camera. I don't think no one wants to see single player games. I don't blame them. I might show a couple of the squad battle goals or just the results or something, how I'm doing keeping up to Elite 2. I'm going to be trying to show some online seasons and how I'm getting on, because ultimately you can have the best team, like my team, my main team, which I call Test, funny enough. I just call it Test because when people think they go, oh, this will be an easy game, he's testing something out. This team is very good. If it was in the hands of a good player, they could get elite finishing easily. Like, that defence is phenomenal. Midfield's alright. I'd say Yaya Toure is a bit weak, purely for not weak. Weak in the sense that he's the worst player on the team, but obviously he's very strong. He's got relatively poor defending for CDM, but I just stick the shadow card. I don't know if it does any work, but that should increase his pace and defending. But yeah, this team is phenomenal. I'm just not particularly good at FIFA, so that's what this series will be about. Watching me, and I'll be giving you tips. If I've learned something, this is a good trading method. For example, go out and do it, make this amount of coins. Like, if I was you, I'd invest in those 83s and those 84s whilst their price is low. Get them now, because when the Rude Hullet or the R9 SBC comes out, they will shoot up, and you could be lucky in investing one that's worth more. But anyway, that's what I'll be doing. This is just sort of a pre-episode. I'll probably like to maybe do 1 to 2 episodes a week. I think at the moment with my job, daily uploads is just not possible. I might be able to do maybe 3 to 4 a week, but I work pretty much every Sunday. I'm off sick today with a lost your connection to eBay servers. I'm off sick with a concussion that I got playing rugby yesterday. But yeah, just sort of I guess I shouldn't be playing FIFA. But anyway, I'll probably end the episode here because the video here, because I've lost connection to EA servers. It's been happening all day. I've been trying to make this video all morning, but this is the Sunday before Team of the Year, but I think everyone's on player here playing FIFA, so the servers just can't cope. Anyway, if you like the idea, this video has been a bit lengthy and it has a bit of me talking through it, so if you have stayed for the whole thing, I do appreciate it. And yeah, right, see you later.